This has to go back. A command by the power of Christ, you tell me, is it the father or the mother? Which is the strongest curse?
I feel like he's taking advantage of like mentally disabled people. What is this? Who makes those noises?
Answer me. Answer me. Father or mother?
Dude, Homeboy's acting like, what's the guy? What's the bad guy from Men in Black? I'll put a picture of it. The first Men in Black. I can't think of his name. Roach? Is it? You guys know what I'm talking about. He's making those noises.
Father or mother?
He's getting paid $395 to listen to this guy just have a full-on seizure.
With the God of Christ, you tell me, is it the father or the mother? Come on, come in. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Tell me that that guy isn't nutting right now. Look at that face. Look at him.
Come out in the name of Jesus. Come out in the name of Jesus.
This dude's getting paid for this.
Come out. Come out.
Alright, I'm just gonna put it out there. If any of you want to like just scream and yell and like have a seizure on the phone to me, $100, and I'll hold the cross up and I'll yell at you the whole time, and you can just make noises like you're dying. Hit me up.
Come out. Come out. Come out.
I think he's choking on something. I can't hold it together. I get giggly after like 1 a.m. This shit's busting me up.
I mean, you come from a Christian background, even though you were adopted and really didn't know much about your bloodline.
And this is another thing I'm noticing. He's always like pushing this agenda where like demons are being transferred from like your parents, and like I believe that in a way that like if your parents have like certain personalities or something that are like negative or like depression or bipolar, you can inherit those. But I don't think you inherit some type of like celestial being.
During the course of that exorcism, we confronted these demons of the Nordic religions, Odin, Thor, and Freya. And
did he just fight off half the cast of the Avengers from this guy? That's pretty impressive.
And I don't think at that point you even knew who Fenrir was.
You didn't even know who Fenrir was. Do you even play Smite? Dude? Fenrir's like the wolf guy. Come on. What about Fafnir? This guy... Fafnir's a dragon, I think. This guy looks like Fafnir.
And we didn't show it in that clip, but you started growling like a wolf. Well, Fenrir is a wolf. And you...
This is like a modern day like fortune teller, you know? Like you go in the booth and like they like just start making shit up that sounds right, and they like put pieces together and they're like, oh yeah, you're right, I'm a wolf. Now I first encountered Bob Larson through a Dr. Phil video where he performed an exorcism on some poor sexually confused guy. Oh dude, he definitely just nutted. I don't know why, but ever since then I've kind of followed up on the whole Bob Larson thing, just because I think it's such a racket. I mean, like, especially now that like we're in COVID and everyone's like, it's the end of the world, it's the rapture. He's like trying to cash in on this. He's like, come cleanse your demons before the end of the world. Like, Let me just show you his website. It's Spiritual Freedom Church, a Bob Larson ministry. Your lifetime of suffering can end. Your torment can cease. So it's basically like a subscription service where they learn about you. You kind of like tell them your problems and they act like they know you. Here's like the real kicker. So they have all these different encounters. I think they use the word encounter because it sounds better than scam. So an in-person spiritual encounter with Bob Larson, $595. Or you can get an in-person one with a associate for $195. So Bob's like the big baller. You know, if you want to see Bob, that's an extra $400 easy. Then we have the in-person marriage encounters, which are $1,000. And it's for a 2-hour session for $1,000. It's $500 an hour. You think that the years of damage that these relationships have been through can be fixed with 2 hours and some holy water, maybe holding a cross up and yelling at them a little bit, trying to just shake the demons out of them. $1,095. Is this not a scam? Like, I'm not saying like religion is a scam, because like I grew up and I went to a Baptist church with my grandparents, and they would do donations, but like I knew that church had youth programs to keep like kids off the streets, and they had a kitchen where they would feed like hungry families. Like it was a church where they were using the money to take care of the people and keep the church operating. It wasn't like these billionaire Kenneth Copeland blowing the COVID away. I'm off track now, but even like this Missouri pastor, he was basically telling everyone to take their stimulus checks and give them to his church. Yeah. So you get a 50-minute Skype call. He won't even give you a full hour. You get 50 minutes for $395. This is crazy because we're in COVID, so I imagine most of his encounters are virtual. He is having these virtual encounters and making a montage of them. It's like an hour and a half long and putting it on YouTube. So he's getting paid like $400, $800, $1,200, and then he's monetizing it on YouTube and also like using it for publicity. Like these aren't private encounters, and these are only the ones that he's putting in the video. I'm sure he's getting tons of these virtual encounters. Oh, the subtext is great. Video call your way to freedom. Personal, private, anytime, anywhere, face-to-face with Bob via the internet. It's not very private if you're posting it on YouTube, and I'm sure these people that have their videos on YouTube consented to it, but like, it's so cheesy. These videos are so goofy too. Like these Skype exorcisms. He's like touching holy water and like holding it around. It's like you're not even in the same fucking room, dude. What's it gonna do for them? It honestly looks like a WWE performance, the way these people act during these exorcisms. You can pay for a 50-minute phone call for $295. Can you imagine getting paid $300 to talk on the phone for 50 minutes and just bullshit? And just fucking bullshit with someone? Here's the real kicker. The full day and half day interventions. Intensive. They don't even put a fucking price on it. Like they're gonna gouge you. Like this one's gonna hurt. And they don't even want to tell you how much it's gonna cost. I just see this and I see like someone who's taking advantage of people that are in a bad place and like trying to get money from people for like basically a little performance that like might give them some like placebo effect or something. And then on his website, he's also selling all of his books and asking for donations. He sells crosses. He has a membership program. You can go to his School of Exorcism to get licensed as an exorcist. It's all such a joke, man. It's such a scam. Like, this is just him trying to monetize this whole exorcism shtick as hard as he can. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm upset about this. Like, if these people are stupid enough to pay for this shit, then like maybe I should just find a way to get their money instead. Subscribe to my Patreon. I'm just kidding.